Good afternoon. So, my video for this week had to change because I am waiting on something to come in the mail and I just don't think it's going to come in on time. And that's okay, that happens, you know? So, I'm going to do a little quick thing. Yeah, it's going to be more of a crochet along, which seems kind of fun to me at least. No one seems to enjoy my knitting video, but that's okay. Hopefully you enjoy me crocheting a little bit more. And we'll end up with a finished project and something cute for cats. So what we're making today is a little flower collar. You just saw it in the beginning of this video. Kind of looks like a little ruff. And on my dapper little baby boy, he looks so handsome. He's sleeping with it on right now. And I don't have the heart to take it off of him. So I'm going to make another one of those, show you how to make another one of those, and I'm going to give it to Mozart, I think. Yeah. Cat-centric video. Or, something for cats. So, what you need for this project. 3 colors of yarn. Here's mine. This is just acrylic, really basic, something you can pick up at the craft store for pretty cheap. Honestly, I don't know how long I've had these yarns. They've just been kind of sitting in my stash, so I figured I should use them up. So, 3 colors of a similar weight of yarn. Acrylic's totally fine. Like, if you want to use fancier wools, go for it, but you don't have to. I don't feel like you need to. Besides the yarn, you're going to need a ruler, a little darning needle, or a yarn needle, whatever you can find, as long as it's thick enough for your yarn to fit through the eye, and a hook. So, and scissors, obviously, because you're working with yarn. But this hook size that I'm using is an F/5 or a 3.75 millimeter hook. You can use a bigger hook if you're more comfortable with that. You just have to alter the pattern a little bit. And yeah, let's get started. Good morning. So while I was editing, I noticed that a few things got lost. And it happens. It's unfortunate, but that's okay. I can quickly show you what you missed. So one of the things was how to make a chain. Making a chain is pretty easy. I think we've all done this thing in like elementary school, but just as a refresher, this end of your yarn we're going to call the tail, and the yarn that's attached to the ball is your working yarn. So you always want to make sure you have access to your working yarn. So move your tail to the side, kind of make a little loop like so, and then you're just going to take it and twist it right around so you can pull up your working yarn and pull it right through, and that's a slip knot. And it's called a slip knot because it's slippy. Ooh. You can make it bigger or smaller. Easy peasy, right? And to make a chain, even easier. Just stick your hook right into the loop, pull it tight, or slip it tight, and wrap around with your working yarn and pull right on through. And it's easy as that. And for this pattern that we're working with, I don't remember if that cut out or not, or if I had mentioned it afterwards, but you're chaining 49. So you're just going to keep doing this until you can count 49 little chains. And these guys, right here, these little V's, or, they kind of look like a little braid. These are your chains. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chains. So you're just gonna keep doing that until you hit 49. And yeah, I will be with you on the pattern most of the way. My 49 chains. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work our way back to where we have our not working tail. First things first though, cut off a bit of different colored yarn and try to insert it into your 49th chain. This is just a little marker. It'll make things a little easier on you in the long run. Get on out of there. All right. So what we do now is, what did I say? Ah, yes. Chain 6. Oh, right. So flip your piece right over. That way you're working right to left instead of left to right. Just makes it a little easier if you know what direction you're going. So chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we are going to slip stitch. Slip stitches are essentially just a chain with an extra step. So right into our last chain, our 49th chain, so we've got our stitch marker there. Count down 6 if that helps you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to insert right into that chain. We're going to pull through, get that a bit tighter, and pull right through. So there's no yarning over before we pull through. We're just going straight through those 2 loops. And that leaves you with this little guy. Cute, right? So we're going to do that all the way until the end of this chain. And I'll show you, or I'll walk you through the first couple. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is the next chain that we're working in. So we insert, pull through 1, and we're going to pull it through that one too. And we chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're slipping into the next chain over. There you go. And you can see how it's starting to look. So this is going to curl up on itself. Don't worry about that. Try not to twist your chain, but if you do, that's okay. I just find it's easier if your chain isn't all twisted up. But again, if you do end up twisting your chain a little, that's fine. It's not going to hurt it too much. So I'm going to just keep doing this pattern right along across, and I will meet back up with you when it's time to do the next thing. Okay, so I finished off my first little bit, and I have bound off my yarn. You can't see that. I bound off my yarn. You can see it's a little twisty, but that's okay, because we're going to straighten this out. So how do we do that? We start working on the next row. Gosh, where is my yarn? Amadeus has decided to join me, and he is throwing me off a little bit. So Like the first row, we're going to do a slip knot. And we are going to insert it right in here. So that first chain again, but on the opposite side. So that's where it went in for our first row, which was this little design. But now we're going right back in. We can take that too and try and hide it as we go. We're going to slip that. Okay, sorry, Amadeus keeps hitting my tripod. So we've slipped. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And in that same chain, we're going to double crochet. So a double crochet is a double crochet. What we do is we yarn over, we insert into that same chain that we just worked in, and we insert, we yarn over again, and we pull that one right through. So we end up with 3 loops on our hook. 1, 2, and 3. And then we yarn over one more time, and with that yarn, we're going to pull through 2 of those loops. So now we have 1 and 2 left. We yarn over again and pull through 2 again. And that is a double crochet. So we're going to do that again. Yarn over, and we're inserting into the next chain. And you can see I'm holding these loose yarns. What I'm doing is I'm just working them into the piece, hiding them that way. So I've got 3 on my hook, yarn over, chain through 2, chain, not chain, pull through 2, 2 crochets. So we're going to do this again. We yarn over, insert into our chain, pull through. So 1, 2, 3, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There we go. So I'm going to finish this row, and we're just going to go straight along. And you can see this is a bit twisty, so just untwist it as you go. You'll get a good feel of like where your decorative chains are supposed to be as opposed to where your working chain is. So I will meet up with you in a few minutes. So we're right back at our stitch marker. So we're going to do our last double crochet right into there. And that. All done. We can take that right out because we don't need it anymore. So what we're going to do now, pretty much what we did with the brown, but instead of 6 chains, we're going to chain 8. And yeah, I'll show you the first couple, walk you through the first couple and then we'll just carry on. So chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And right into that first stitch. Forgot what that was called for a second. Oops. We're going to slip stitch right into that first stitch, so pull that through, and there we go. First one done. About a million more to go. Well, like 48 more to go. So chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And slip stitch into that next stitch. Right through. Chain 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And slip into that next stitch. And like before, we're just going to keep going straight across until we reach the end. And I will see you when that's done. Alright, so we've just finished binding off our last bit of yellow yarn. And you can see how it's starting to look a little bit more like a little flower. So next up, we're going to set this aside because we'll need that again. But we're going to take our yarn and our ruler, and we're going to measure out about 71 centimeters. No, inches? 71 inches. I would go a bit more, but that's just me. And now that we have that, this is going to come in handy with part of it. So we're going to set that aside, as much as you can with yarn you're working with. This is still going to be, the yarn attached to the ball is still going to be the working one. Alright, I'm back again. So it seems like the only thing that's missing this time is that you're supposed to chain 40 before you start this step. So what we're doing is we're slipping the two sides together. So we're folding it over, and we're trying, the brown side is the top side, right? So we're trying to go through both the brown and the yellow. It may not look like you're actually going through the yellow, but that's okay, because when you slip it up, it's sort of being locked in place, and it's holding it all together. So that's all we're doing for this bit. And yeah, once we reach the end, we're going to chain 40 again, and those two chain 40s are going to be your little ties. And the extra long tail, the 71-inch tail that I had you make at the beginning, that's going to be used to make a little leaf at the end of this tail. And I don't think I lost any footage or recording for that, so hopefully that all goes smoothly for me and you. Mostly you. Alright, so we've gotten that done. And now we're just chaining 40, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Ooh. Alright. Just gotta readjust some of my legs. Don't, die. Alright. So from here, it's gonna be a little bit, this is a bit more tricky. So we're gonna be chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to put 2 double crochets in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the 6th chain from your hook. Okay. Alright, so now that we've got that, we're going to flip it. So we've got the middle, and we are going to do some things that are a little hard, and especially in my notes. Okay, so we're going to start off like we're going to do a double crochet. But that's all we're going to do. So it's not a half double crochet, but it's half of a double crochet. There's a difference. So we're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over, insert, pull through, and pull through 2. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. And we're going to do that a few more times until we have 7 loops on our hook. And that's 7. Alright, and this part's pretty easy. We're just going to go yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, pull through 2. And now here, we are going to take our hook right out as carefully as you can and flip this right on over. Insert your hook, and just like before, this is what we're working in, this one double crochet. So our chain is right in the middle. We're gonna yarn over, insert, pull through, is that right? Yes, okay. So now we have 3. So we're gonna do this again. Oh shoot, did I forget to yarn over? I did. Silly mistakes. But instead of going until we have 7 loops, we're going to go until we have 8 loops on our hook. So we've got 3. And just like before, we're yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over and pulling through 2. Right up. Until we have 3. And from here, we are going to slip. So yarn over and then pull through all 3. Amazing and beautiful. And then we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to insert it kind of right into this loop right here. We're gonna just slip that, bind it off, and we'll cut that. Wherever I put my scissors. Oh, there's my scissors. There we go. We've got 1 leaf. Just realized where I was working, so I'm gonna hopefully give you more of a visual on the next leaf. But there you go, 1 leaf. And now, oh gosh, with that extra long tail, we are going to do the exact same thing. And now we're just gonna hide all of our loose yarn. I have found a nice sleepy cat to stick this on. Oh, you're being so good. And there you go. All done. And we're all done. And now I have two very handsome little boys wandering around in their cute little flowers. Mozart's not too big on being held, so it's me and Amadeus, who's a good boy, who likes being held, kind of. He's at least better about it. But yeah, that's done. Pretty easy to do, I think, all things considered. I got it done in roughly an hour, so depending on your skill and your speed, about an hour. Sorry, I'm just off camera. Both of my little boys are just wearing their little flowers and looking so handsome. Well, yeah. So we got that done. Nice and easy, nice quick little thing. I hope you enjoyed it more than you enjoyed my knitting. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that pattern, the written pattern, a bit more organized and less messy for, online consumption. And I'll stick that on my Ko-Fi page, which I'll link below. And yeah, consider liking, consider subscribing, and hanging out with me more. I think I want to try to do some more of these really quick little things where I just walk you through doing something, or maybe some more crochet alongs. And we'll pick some bigger projects to do sometime. I think that could be fun. Yeah. See you in the next one, I guess.